what's the interplay between the 25 states of consciousness and the 11 dimensions?
I should say, 25 states of the consciousness is what you perceive, you go through. 11 dimensions of universe is what universe perceives it is going through.
So if you change your state of consciousness, you'll automatically change the dimension you're in,
Yes,
and vice
sure.
versa?
When somebody moves to Turyatita, he will never be in length. Naturally, he will be more and more in length, breadth, depth, time, space. Surely change of consciousness leads to change of state.
But will the change in state actually lead to a change in consciousness as well? If you
Yes, both.
Both.
Both. See, when you change, world changes. When world changes, you change.
But will that change has to be regressive? Let's say you achieved Turya Theta to Turya Theta, there's no way you'll actually go back to being deep sleep.
I should tell you, the regressive possibility completely disappears the moment you even you enter into Turiya. After that, no regressive possibility. Till Jakrat, there is regressive possibility. But not after the Turiya.
When I am in a relationship or I am having a meaningful conversation with somebody, is it just the state in which I am there that will define the quality of relationship or conversation I am having? Or is it that in that state, what is the extent of length, breadth and depth I have? That will decide.
No. Actually, the state in which you exist, that decides. Length, breadth, depth is always liquid. It just gets altered the moment you shift that state. Just a simple remembrance of the Guru. The intimate touch, that experience, remembrance, your whole energy will be shifted. The length, breadth, depth will be different. That is why we have in Sanskrit, Smaranat Mukti, just by remembrance liberation. So, you don't have to bother about length, breadth, depth of that dimension, that space. The space you are in matters.
So, the 5 components of these 11 dimensions, are they anyway related to the Panchabhutas? Because they seem
No. 5 elements are, all 5 elements are within the, see that space is different, this space is different. The space in Panchabhuta is Vyoma. The space in this 11 dimensions is Akasha.
Okay.
Vyoma is different, Akasha is different.
I see. And one more follow-up question. The Dvadasa Jyotirlingas, some of them are supposed to express a certain tattva like Akasha tattva or Vayu tattva.
No, that is Panchabhuta Lingas.
Oh, so that is
Dvadasa
also...
Jyotirlinga is different. Panchabhuta Lingas are like a Tiruvannamalai is Agni, Kanchipuram is the earth, and Tiruvanekkaval water, and Kalahasti air, Chidambaram Akash. It means the Vyoma.
I'm also trying to understand the space. So in the 63 Nayanmar story, Pusalar Nayanar, he builds a temple in the mind.
That is a depth. Depth.
And
see, from the space, he builds in depth. He does not have length, breadth. That is why his temple was more strong than the temple built by a king with a stone and a mud.
Right. Sadashiva attends his temple.
Right. Not only that, after the Kumbhabhishekam, Sadashiva gives the boon to that Pusalar Nayanar. The temple you built will become reality in the physical plane, and it is still there in Kanchipuram.
Yes,
see, all of you, I don't know how many of you know this story. See, in Kanchipuram, the temple which was taken out of Pusalar's inner depth and kept out by Sadashiva is still there. You will be surprised. All those pillars and stones does not look like a carved, as if they have been done by some chemical. See, those pillars does not have a chiseling mark. It is done as if they applied some chemical and they made the pillars out of stone. It is still there in Kanchipuram. There is a temple in Kanchipuram which Pusalar Nayanar built in his depth, and after accepting that, Sadashiva makes that into reality and keeps it in the real plane, in the means physical plane.
Swamiji, one question. Is there any correlation between the Trayogunas and the states of consciousness?
I should say, the whole deep sleep is tamas, and dream and Jakrat belongs to Rajas, Turiya and Turyatita belongs to Sattva. I should say Turiya belongs to Sattva, Turyatita not even Sattva, it's beyond Sattva.
Thank you, Swamiji.
So my question is, in our Hindu religion, we do take rebirths until we come to a birth where we are enlightened.
Yes.
And thanks
Liberated.
to you, I don't have to worry about this birth. So my question is, like in Tamil they say, right, Pullai, Pundai, Puruvai. So we do accumulate karmas to come to this Janma. I want you to shed some light at which stage do we start accumulating that karmas to be here?
I should say, to be here means you mean to say in presence of Guru?
Yeah, my whole
that's
whole
what.
journey.
In the presence of Guru starts, the journey starts when you feel whatever you are seeing with five senses are not complete. The moment you start doubting the existence or the authority, authenticity of what you perceive through five senses and start feeling, at one time this will all go away, this is not going to be permanent. At that moment start seeking, that moment you start accumulating the karmas needed to be in the presence of the Master.
Thank you, Swami. But when I was asking, like, I know when we are with our senses, we do certain things, we accumulate the karma. But at which stage do we start accumulating that? Because like, Puruvai,
Whenever the muscle memory and biomemory starts building, I should say more like animal bodies, the worm, that level bodies.
Okay.
That is where the karma starts getting recorded.
Okay, and my
Not as
sincere-
plants. As plants, you don't build muscle memory and biomemory.
In manifesting reality, you said desires don't manifest, beliefs manifest. So desire is the length and belief is the breadth. Is that?
I should say, desire is length, belief is a space of deeper breadth and higher depth. It is the space between the breadth and depth.
And where
Because
does-
some of your beliefs get into depth.
And where does the time factor, time and action come into picture? Like how long does it take?
It depends on the depth. If the depth is more, it touches the time. If the depth is less, it is touching the breadth. It's like 5 blocks, one on the another. If the length is too much, it is touching the breadth. If the breadth is too much, it is touching the depth. If the depth is too much, it is touching the time. If the time is too much, it is touching the space.
So what decides how long it will take? Something.
Intensity.
Intensity of belief?
No, intensity of your decision, conscious decision. Even belief, you see, I should say, belief is not depth. Your will is depth. Belief does not make depth. Your will makes depth. Conscious will makes depth.
And one final question, Swami.
Yes.
What is the difference between love and devotion?
If you know, it is Sadashiva manifesting as my Guru, and this form will lead me to that Sadashivatva, it is devotion. If you think, as of now I do not know anything about Sadashiva, the way he is expressing as my Guru, I am in love with him. Let me just follow. It is love. I tell you, love is great in the beginning, but not enough. It has to ripen to devotion. Only then the ultimate is experienced as experience. Love is great in the beginning, No doubt about it, but it has to ripe into devotion.
When, if you, let's say, if you're tired, very tired, when do you know if it's maybe dysfunction in this 25 of consciousness, or when is it just simply you don't eat well, or you just...
So I should tell, all your tiredness is stupidity. Take that stand, that is the truth. All your tiredness is stupidity, all your boredom is withdrawal. Tiredness and boredom is nothing but trying to get all the results of engaging with life without engaging with life. Greedy for the results of engaging with life, but does not want to engage with life.
Yeah, that's what I heard yesterday. That made a click. Thank you.
I wanted to ask about, after the darshan you conducted and 25 states of consciousness, I felt something that I'd never felt in my life. I felt like I'm kind of a zombie. I felt like I'm going and I can't smile to anyone, I can't talk to anyone, but there were like two entities inside of me. One entity that experienced this zombie-like
Actually,
feelings.
that is nothing but the inner image and outer image is getting balanced one with each other. So you don't have to worry about it. It will not lead to any complication. Just settle down with it, in few days it will become all right.
I started to think that, oh my God, Swamiji is brainwashing. I don't know what I'm doing.
No, I only wash brains. I don't brainwash. People use all these words. They use brainwashing. And understand, I only wash your brain. You see, this is the scale to find out whether you are brainwashed or your brain is washed. Scale is Sat Chit Ananda. After my programs, do you feel more alive? Do you feel more conscious? Do you feel more blissful? Then I am not brainwashing you, I am washing your brain.
If I may, one more question or two.
Yes, let me finish. Same way, people try to tell, oh, it's some cult. No, we are a culture, not cult. The scale, again, whatever I am sharing is from Shastra Pramana, 60,000 years old. I should say oldest living civilization. I represent world's oldest living civilization. I embody world's oldest living civilization's best fruits waiting to be shared with the world. Understand, we are neither a cult nor brainwashing group. This is the basic scale. Does what I am teaching make you more aware, more conscious, and more blissful?
I wonder, the experience that we had in the yoga sessions is so intense. Like, I never levitate, but I felt for the first time the Kundalini is awakened and I can do anything I want. That's an amazing experience. And
today you guys used salt. Tomorrow you are going to use onion. Onion is another one powerful detoxifier. You should come with your socks. If you don't have socks, at least get eye band. You will be putting the onion in the... You see, this spot is third eye spot. This spot is directly connected to third eye. That is why when Bhrigu hit at Vishnu, he presses that part and locks his third eye. This part is directly connected to third eye. So you are going to put the onion on that part and pull all the detox, means the toxins out. Detoxification of third eye, tomorrow yoga. Tomorrow's yoga is mainly for detoxification of third eye. And actually, after we do the yoga, take out that onion. If you smell, it will be exactly smelling like a fluoride. Because fluoride is the very major toxin, attacks third eye. You know how the fluoride will smell. If you pick up that and smell, it will be exactly fluoride smell.
As per enlightenment, as per Agamas, what is enlightenment, Swami?
Manifesting your consciousness's fullness. For example, if you own this body, manifesting its fullness. If you own this mind, manifesting its fullness. Everything you own, manifesting its fullness is enlightenment as per Agama.
Swamiji, I heard gravity is in breadth. So I thought gravity is a law and it should be in the length dimension.
I should say, whatever you understand as gravity is not complete. The Newton's theory is not complete. If Newton's theory is complete, levitation can never happen. Levitation disproves Newton's theory. And we have already proved when people levitate, there is no muscle effort. We have proved with tons of researchers, at least on 100 heads, we have fixed the QEG. When people are jumping, there is no individual muscle effort. See, when the muscles want to jump and you try to hop, that records as a muscle effort in your brain. It is not there. Complete, utter, restful awareness. And body is jumping.
Yes, Swamiji, I experienced it.
I should tell you, the Newton's theory is not complete. And maybe in the further, I'll give you more detailed answers, because if I start talking about that, that will take 2-3 hours now. Understand this much, Newton's theory is not complete.
Thank you, Swamiji.
A question about physical pain and relating it to 11 dimensions. There is acute pain which saves us, prevents from destruction, and there is a chronic pain where...
All pain is from length.
Length. So it lives in length. So there is no pain in depth.
In reality, no pain. All pain is thought current.
Okay. Is there agamic studies to help people with pain?
More of moving towards the depth and completion, means completion, unclutching, tremendously removes the pain. Just unclutching can help in a very big way to get people out of pains.
But how Panchangam has been made, in which dimensions?
Actually, there is a clear formula of how things move usually. It matches almost 90%. So based on that formula of the Varaha Mihira, it is done. I should say grahas, all the grahas, the whole thing falls into the dimension of length, breadth, depth. And the whole length, breadth, depth, our masters have evolved a sutra. Based on that, the Panchika is predicted. And I don't know whether you guys will be, you guys are aware, in India we have a system called Panchika, Panchanga. A book will be published 1 year before, which precisely tells the date and days of the rain, and still it works. This Chennai rain, this Chennai heavy flood, it's perfect. Still it works. At least there's a thing called Arkad Suttavakya Panchangam. Still I am referring, even for the Sadashivaham date, time and all that, we were wondering whether it will be rainy and how many days it will be rainy and all that. I just referred only that. And it's working.
Swamiji, and one more question, Swamiji. In Kumbh Mela, many Aghoris and all consuming that Marwan and all, Swamiji. How they are balancing their body?
See, their actions are from different plane. It is different level. You cannot imitate them. Understand that first. They have a different energy, different balancing, And it is sometimes used as a medicine to settle the body. If that level of tapas is done and the Guru's instruction, then somebody uses, I don't think it is going to affect them. It's only going to help them. But I am not recommending for a normal man. Any common man should not be using marijuana for any purpose other than medicine purpose. Medical purposes it can be used. Other than that, it should not be used. At least my disciples know marijuana for any purpose other than medical purpose. And I have seen it only damages people. If proper guidance is not there or proper Guru's instruction is not there and all that. Even Mahanirvani Akkada, I banned it. Whole Mahanirvani Akkada very strictly banned. Other Akkadas, Juna and all use. Mahanirvani I strictly banned. After I started developing a say, means when people have started listening to me, I banned, and Mahanirvani completely banned it.
But the Vedic astrology, how is it different if you have classes on it here?
Vedic astrology is a very powerful science to predict your future happenings if you are going to continue with the same mental setup. And almost 99% of the people continue with the same mental setup. Even though they think they are going to change, nothing is going to change. Unless the master intervenes and changes it strongly. So it's a very powerful science. Usually it is used to show what is going to happen in the future and support this person to change the mental structure. Masters used astrology for transformation, not for information.
You know, you are taking all of us into a state of, really experiencing Turiyatita, 11 dimensions of reality, all that in different ways. I really amazed by that. And then from the 11 dimensions of reality.
Ultimately, I am trying to give you all the glimpse. All these are real, not stories.
Yeah.
It's not Harry Potter story. Harry's Pot story.
Yeah. Then yesterday you said, Swamiji.
In Hindu tradition, Harry's pot means Krishna's butter pot is considered to be the world.
Yesterday you said, Swamiji.
And Krishna's butter pot, Hanuman's tail is the universe.
And regarding 11 dimensions of reality, you said length and depth. The example given was Ramanuja. Because he is unable to establish the reality.
Length and depth.
Length and depth.
No visualization about the steps.
Yeah. So that is the breadth, right? So that means what happens in the breadth is the ability to establish the reality?
No. Breadth, in the breadth, visualization happens. Right. Visualization is responsible for connecting length and depth. Okay. See, depth is that Mukkur Mahalakshmi. She reveals answers, like a tuck, tuck, tuck. His length is E, Ramanujam, he catches. Because there is no breadth, he doesn't know how he came to the conclusion.
The connection is not there. Okay.
Breadth is required. If the breadth was there, then he would have known clearly why he came to this conclusion.
Right. And manifesting powers is from the time and space?
No, I should say it is from Sadashivatva, the oneness.
Okay.
See, without even introducing much about the oneness, I am trying to provoke the oneness in you.
But if you
I have not done much of the, you see, for example, if you have to study oneness in Vedanta, 12 years you have to study. They will start with Sadhana Sadushtayam, Atado Brahma Jinyasat. It will take 12 years for you to understand. Here all I am trying to do is, even before you understand, experientially you have oneness. I am awakening that. So you start manifesting power. By more and more manifesting power, you understand the theories and philosophies and concepts and truths of oneness.
So where it comes in 11 dimensions of reality?
I should say space.
Yeah, okay. So not time and space, only in space.
It's only space, what I am saying. In the soul, individual soul, consciousness is the unit. In universe, space is the unit. In Sadashiva, Shakti is the unit. All three are one and the same.